Roermond, city on the Ruhr and city on the Maas. Roermond is an old fortified city with a rich history, but it primarily is a lively and modern city in an area that is rich in flora and fauna, with prominent festivals, an exciting city centre and a wide range of shops. The city is centrally located in central Limburg. Eindhoven, Maastricht and Düsseldorf are half an hour's drive away, and Belgium and Germany are not far away either. To the general public, Roermond is known for its designer outlet centre, where you can buy international designer clothes at serious discounts. It is only a short walk from the city centre, and with nearly 4 million visitors each year, it's one of the largest outdoor centres in Europe. The latest shopping centres, the futuristic retail park and the outdoor centre can all be found just outside the inner city. Roermond is rich in history and culture. Historical records speak of a small settlement on the Ruhr as early as Roman times. Thanks to its favourable position on the water, the city quickly developed into an important trade location. The old fortification walls, gates and towers are reminders of that glorious era. The city has had to endure a lot throughout the centuries, falling into the hands of Spain, Austria, France and Belgium, respectively. It also endured devastating city fires and large-scale looting. In 1944, Roermond was a front city and battles were raging on every metre, such as the Ruhrkade. The civilian population was evacuated and the city was heavily damaged. When the occupiers finally left the city, they blew up the cathedral's tower and the bridge across the Maas. Roermond recovered with a vengeance. Historic buildings and modern architecture are now seamlessly integrated. This historic city centre offers a wide range of shops and attractive squares, while the many sidewalk cafes and restaurants underline the exuberant character of the inner city of Roermond. Apart from visual arts, theatre and film, the summer months are full of other events. The city has, for instance, seen the start and finish of the Eneco Tour, a well-known cycle race through Belgium and the Netherlands.
The trophy is yours and the compliment.
In 2010, the city hosted the International Scouting World Jamboree. And then there's the annual Sand and Ice Sculptures Festival. By tradition, Roermond is also one of the places to organise a Liberation Festival on the 5th of May. In August, the Maasplassen are home to the Solar Weekend Festival, one of the most exciting music festivals in the Netherlands, full of atmosphere and the best dance music and crossovers to other genres. During the winter, daily life grinds to a halt for the colourful carnival, with its folkloristic rituals and local dialect songs. Roermond has always had a love-hate relationship with water. The city was established on the water, but it was also regularly threatened by it in the past. The most recent floods of 1995 are still fresh in the memories of many. Directly on the Maas near Roermond, you will find the Maasplassen, a vast recreational water area. It's a chain of lots of small and larger lakes that were formed through gravel extraction and the restructuring of the Maas. Together they form a unique water-rich area, with a vastness that surpasses that of the Frisian lakes. Each year in summer, many thousands of swimmers, divers, sailors, anglers, sun worshippers and nature lovers find their way to this magnificent area. There is nothing more magnificent than hiring a boat and sailing it around to explore the area on water. Roermond is rich in churches and monuments. The St. Christoffel Cathedral at the market is the most striking church and has been dominating the skyline of Roermond for centuries now. The tower also offers fantastic views across the city and its surrounding areas. The Kapel in het Zand is a famous place of pilgrimage. Munsterplein is home to the city's gem, the 13th century Munsterkerk. In the 19th century, it was restored by Pierre Cuypers. This world-famous architect from Roermond is again experiencing a revival in his former workshop, Cuypers House. On the other side of the Steninnenbroek, across the Ruhr, lies Voorstad Sint-Jacob, tucked in between the Ruhr and the Maas. In medieval days, the Voorstad was a place where you could stay when the city gates were shut. These days, it is a striking district of Roermond and a port of call en route to Santiago de Compostela. If you want to leave all the tourists and the hustle and bustle of the city centre behind for a bit, leave Roermond and head for the vast and unlimited Greenbelt, where the possibilities of cycling and hiking are endless. The best-known hiking route of the Netherlands, Het Pieterpad, runs through Roermond and the surroundings. This path has a length of 490 kilometers and runs from Groningen to Maastricht. National Park de Mijnweg, bordering on the German districts of Heinsberg and Viersen, measures 2,600 hectares of untouched nature. It is one of the most beautiful national parks in our country and offers rolling heathland, pools, brooks and forests full of wildlife. This haven of peace compensates for the hustle and bustle of the city. Hidden among the trees of the Roermond City Park is Kasteeltje Hattem, the smallest castle in the Netherlands. Tucked in between forest and water is Golf Club Herkenbosch. Apart from offering relaxation, this magnificent 18-hole competitive course is also highly suitable for doing business in natural surroundings. Roermond has seen various types of activity. During the late Middle Ages, Roermond was the first Hanseatic town in the province of Limburg. Today, Roermond is home to nationally and internationally operating companies, such as Briggs & Stratton, UPS, Rockwool and Smurfit Kappa. The character that so typifies Limburg can also be found in attractive villages in the area, such as the white village of Thorn. Or Asselt with its romantic church. It has an idyllic setting on a high bank of the winter bed of the Maas. Good food and drink are a matter of fact in Limburg. Visit the Markt and the Roerkade in Roermond, for instance, where you will find excellent restaurants. Roermond and its immediate surroundings are home to several restaurants that were awarded 1 or 2 Michelin stars. Their menus are often full of unique regional products. It is clear that the people of Limburg like to enjoy the good life. Come and try the welcoming, exuberant character yourself in Roermond, exciting city on the Ruhr and lively city on the Maas.